I have the best gym. I have the best facilities in Thailand. Like I believe that I have the best facilities. I believe that I have the best Muay Thai coach. I believe that I have the best BJJ coach. I have 3 black belts. I have the best CrossFit coach. I have a ice bath. I have a pool. I have the best staff. So I believe that I have the best facilities. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, I grew up.
Everything.
But I was like a fanatic in football. It was like Win 11. When I started the PlayStation, Win 11 was like crazy. But I really like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
This thing is funny. I bought it.
I didn't saw the machine here. It was like, which game? What is this?
Oh, yeah. I played it like one. I don't even know.
How many games you have?
There's like 3,000 on there. Oh. They're really cool. They're not. I think I paid 60,000 baht for it.
That's good. This is my home.
Yeah, it's you know it's funny.
Did you buy in Thailand?
I bought it here, like at one of the pool table places off the guy.
In the main street, right?
No, it's like going to the Heron's Monument. It's called like Phuket Pool Tables. Obviously, they come from China. If you really want to go cheap, you can bring it from China.
Nah, it's too much.
Then if it breaks, now you have no service person. So fuck that. So, okay, now we're ready. Yeah, maybe we'll use that at the intro as well. Okay, and here we go. Clap in. Okay, welcome to Fruiting Body Podcast with your host, Brendan O'Neill. We are a medicinal mushroom company located here in Phuket, Thailand. And Fruiting Body is connecting people on the island to you and telling their stories. We have a lovely guest on our episode today. This is Kleiton, owner and founder of Phuket Fight Club, and also it's Magic Paradise as well. Magic Paradise Party, and we'll talk a little bit about that because there was a lot of stuff in the news, especially if you've been around here for, I don't know, the past couple of years. Before we get started, like, subscribe, smash all that stuff. We're growing in the algorithms. If you subscribe as, you know, one of the first part of our community, maybe we'll have some kickback later. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, let's get this started. Thanks a lot, Kleiton, for joining us today. Much appreciated. We'll just double check. How is his mic is okay in terms of it's not covering his face?
I think it's okay.
That's good.
I think it's okay.
Easy.
If you cover my face, it's no problem.
No worries.
So thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming. So as we explained before, the way we do this podcast is it's about the journey without that hippy-dippy bullshit, but we just want to kind of explain like where you came from, how you came to Thailand, and what you're doing here. So let's start back with Kleiton in Brazil.
That's a long story into Thailand. I grew up in Brazil. Yeah, I come from the middle of Brazil. The name of the state is Goiás. I don't know if you hear about the state. It's the middle of Brazil. You've been in Brazil, right?
I used to have a Brazilian girlfriend from Belo Horizonte.
It's not far from Belo Horizonte. Okay. The name is Goiânia, but I born in Rio Verde. Rio Verde is kind of small city. I grew up and studied in Goiânia too, and I lived part of my life in Goiânia and Rio de Janeiro. And
what was it? A typical like Brazilian childhood like that? I would imagine. I mean, you're not living in the favelas or anything at this level.
No. I didn't live in favela, but I grew up playing football in the street too, going around with bicycles, play with my friends. We have a different childhood in Brazil. The place where I born in Brazil is really quiet, and safe, so you can play in the street without no problem. And also, I make university in Goiânia, so I grew up part of my life in Rio Verde, and when I was teenager, I grew up in Goiânia.
So at what age did you move over? No, Guyana meaning
Goiânia is the capital of the state.
Oh, the capital of the state. Okay, I was starting to think of like Guyana as the other.
I come there to study to make university. I went there like 18 years old. Yeah, I don't remember. But I finished up in Rio de Janeiro.
And what did you go to school for? What were you studying?
I finished administration. We call in Brazil an administration of company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you were growing up as a child, like was this always your goal? Because as a successful businessman that you are today, were you always looking to kind of be that entrepreneur and getting into business from the beginning?
No, man. I was playing football.
That was it.
I was playing football, serious. You see my weight now, but it's true. I was a professional goalkeeper from Futsal.
Okay,
Do you know
yeah,
Futsal?
yeah, I know.
I was a professional goalkeeper in the team of my city when I was 16 years old. I was a professional. I have a few thoughts from this time. And then I moved to Goiânia also to play football for the main team, Goiás Sport Club. So I played futsal there for 1 year also, and I started to study there. So my main goal was supposed to be goalkeeper from a futsal. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was not supposed to be like a director of company or nothing. I studied administration of company, but my dreams was like
initially football.
Play football.
So what happened to that dream in terms of being a professional futsal? Was it injury or was it just kind of you gave up?
I received a proposal to play in the south of Brazil. Then my mom comes and say, no, you have to go and study. My sister too. My sister's much more older than me. I don't think it's a good idea. And by the end, it was not a good idea. I'm happy with what I become.
Yeah, because eventually, like those football careers, unless you're going professional,
yeah.
After 24, 25, it can fade away quite quickly as well.
Yeah. And then I started to study. I started to also promote parties in Brazil when I was like more young. Mm-hmm. And between promote part and student was driving my life.
At that, now you're talking a young age, like pre-18, you're doing these parties. Were they big events? Was it more local?
We started with a small events, and then I get opportunity to do a big parties in Goiânia, and also I get some shareholders in a big party to do in São Paulo too. I have opportunity to do like a big parties in Rio, and I start to promote events.
And what type of parties? What type of music was it?
Electronic music. At this time, actually, was a Psytrance.
Okay.
It was a Psytrance music. I become in this electronic music from Psytrance.
What year are we talking this was around?
We are talking about 2004.
About 2004, okay.
2004, 5. Yeah. And I did parties in Brazil like until 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Until 2009. Until I get fucked with my partners.
Yeah. Things happen.
Of course.
Here, one sec. Let's push the mic down a bit.
Yeah.
And push it down. Let's see if this goes down.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Yeah, the only problem with we got to fix this with the mic stands is like we don't get good arm movement.
No problem.
But yeah, that's good there. So you're running these parties in Brazil. Now, at the same time, were you going to school like simultaneously, like running the parties and going to school?
At the same time. Actually, I work also in the newspaper there for like 6 months just to get some experience about the job. Diário da Manhã is the name. It's a day morning,
like a morning
newspaper.
Yeah.
Day morning is the name in English. Day morning newspaper. I don't know the name in English about this. What I was doing there, the name in Portuguese was diagramador. So I was the guy who organized the news, the title in the computer, and I put to print the
kind of the. I guess that'd be like what, the copywriter, or it's more on the copy side,
something like that. Yeah,
so, but it's not really the graphic design.
No, graphic design. So I worked like 6 months on this, and I try to be more involved in the computer. Try to make some course for the softwares too, to develop software. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm not that good on this. Like I like to promote, and I like to create something, And I did the part until 2009. And I started to travel. For festivals, electronic music. And then I have the idea to move out from Brazil to live in Europe.
So at this point, you've graduated. You're already starting to.
No, I finished everything. My graduation in 2007, 2006 or 7. Yeah.
And at that point, you got those opportunities to do music festivals in Europe. How did that?
No, actually, I was just traveling for the festivals just to enjoy. And I got a lot of friends in Portugal and a lot of friends in Amsterdam. And I get in love in Amsterdam. And then I decided to move to Amsterdam in 2010.
In love in Amsterdam, or you found love? Maybe a bit of both.
Both.
Yeah. There we go.
Both.
Okay.
And then I start thinking, well, I should move to Europe. I really like there. So I got, as I say before, I get fucked with my partners, upset, and say, why not? Then I moved to Amsterdam with the dreams to organize like events. At least I did some events there, but I was focusing to try to open some business. I get the opportunity to open a coffee shop with a friend. He was half Brazilian and half Dutch. Dutch guy. We tried this for 1 year, and we didn't get the license. It was hard to get the license there.
So
They closed the license.
clarify that. A coffee shop meaning like probably legalized.
Yeah, they legalized to sell weed and marijuana and all the stuffs. And
this is now we're getting into 2009.
we get in 2010 now.
2010.
10.
Yeah.
And between 2010 and 2011 was try to do some business there about this coffee shop. I did 2 events. One was not electronic music, actually. We bring singers from Brazil because the Brazilian community there in Amsterdam is so big. I mean, in general in Holland, it's really, really big. And we try, and we did actually 2 good events with some singers from Brazil. And end of 2011, I come to Thailand.
Who were these singers?
The name was Jorge Mateus.
And if you're from Brazil, everybody kind of knows.
Everybody knows this guy, but there was just there was not too famous like now. Now they're like one of the best sertanejo is the style of this guy sertanejo.
Mm-hmm.
So they're too famous now, and at this time they are quite cheap to bring. So we invest. This was successful. Was really nice. But it's not my passion. Like it's not. I become from electronic music, you know.
So, but this was still kind of your stepping stone into Europe and changing your career path as well, and just trying something new.
I just trying to something new, you know. I come from a good family. I cannot complain about my family. I try to invest my money. I try to smell some opportunities. So these 2 events was really big. Was successful. I tried to open the coffee shop. Unfortunately, we
couldn't get certificates or licenses or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
And then I started to travel a little bit, and I went to Thailand. And when I went to Thailand, I get a lot of say, wow, I want to open something here, but I don't know what. And I went here because my friend was training here and fight. He was training in Phuket, not in Bangkok.
Yep.
And with him, I get a lot of friendships in Bangkok with fighters. And I talked to him and say his name is Jack. I say, Jack, what should I open here? I say, man, there's one Brazilian guy too. His name is Carlos. His nickname Kaique. He wants to open a gym. I say, I don't know nothing about Muay Thai. How am I gonna open a gym, man? And he say, yeah, but we have the money to invest, and he don't have the money, and he understand a lot of Muay Thai. And he has a wife, Thai wife, and she works with a bigger lawyer company here. So I think it's a good idea, you guys talk. Then I talk with this guy, and in the beginning, he wants to open alone. But as my friend say, he has no the money. And I say, okay, I could be investor. Then we talk for like 1 month. And I think I went back to Europe for a few months to fix things in my apartment.
And what year? Now we're getting into 2012?
Yes, beginning of 2012. I get my visa 3 months. I stayed all the 3 months here. So before I expired my visa, I went back to Europe and say, I don't want to be here like a full time. I wanna have both
worlds. Yeah. You know, summers in Europe, winters here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I come, and then I talk with him, and he say, yeah, okay, let's do this. And then I say, so how I gonna open this? I don't understand about the law here. I don't understand about Muay Thai. And I start to be more into the Muay Thai stuff. I get a lot of French in Bangkok fighter. Liu, Jaws, the another Liu, Leonardo, Amendoim. All of these guys help me a lot. Liu work with me until now. He's the head coach in Phuket Fight Club. He was a fighter when we meet. Mm-hmm. He come to be a fighter in the gym, and now he's the head coach. So, but the final conversation was in a bar table when we say we're gonna open the gym, and from this conversation now we have 9 years of Phuket Fight Club.
And okay, so before I jump right into that, because I think there's some questions I have on that. When you initially came to Thailand and you were just kind of coming for 3 months, did you come with the intention to maybe find opportunity or in business, or was it more just rest and relaxation?
No, I come to travel and enjoy.
Just to travel
and enjoy. Yeah. I'm supposed to stay 1 month in Copenhagen to party. Yeah. Of course.
why everybody goes there? There's
party.
2 options. You're going to party or you're going to a yoga retreat.
To be zen.
Yeah, there you go.
But And I went to Copenhagen 1 week and stayed more in Phuket. I trained a little bit with him there. It was a Dragon Muay Thai, I think. I think they're not open anymore. I trained a little bit and tried to be into Muay Thai a little bit. And it was funny because like I got in love for the country. And that's the point. And see, when he talk about open a gym, and then he say, I can open a gym, I can build some rooms, I can even have some motorbikes to rent, and I start to have more ideas, you know. So this gonna work. Like I smell opportunity.
Yeah, because he's going to be able to bring the technical expertise on like what it takes to run the gym, and you're able to kind of have that understanding of the business side and the operations of how to make the wheels spin.
And the funny thing is, we didn't open as a Phuket Fight Club.
That wasn't the original name.
No. That guy Carlos, the guy who has the idea to open a gym, he has a good contact with a really famous Thai trainer in Bangkok. His name is Manop. He was I don't know if you know Sanchai.
Yeah, I know.
He was like a Sanchai trainer before. And he said, look, I have a good relation with this trainer. He was my trainer when I was in Bangkok. We should bring him, and he should to open the gym with his name. And he's going to become our shareholder too. And he's very famous. So the name of the gym was Manop Gym. The original name was Manop Gym. We stay with this name 1 year and 1 year and a few months. So then we start to build in the gym in 2012. But with the project Manop Gym. At this time, we did a championship in Brazil with the name Manop Gym Championship.
And were you bringing fighters over?
And who win the championship in 2 categories, and they get the ticket and free train for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So we opened the championship in Brazil too. We promote the gym in Brazil because like we are from Brazil, we should promote the gym there and here. So we really promote the gym. When we opened, that was like a full of Brazilians. Full of Brazilians. It was incredible. We opened in 2012 in November.
And where did you originally open up in Phuket? How big was the location at that point?
It's the same location, Shalong and Soipalai. Same location. We just grow and grow more.
And just in terms of the land and the facility is growing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We open, and after 3 months, the guy give up.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? It just maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Like he started to look to the gym and say, "Look, you invest the money, and I supposed to give back the money to you, but I don't have this money right now to give back."
Yeah.
But he built in a house behind the land. So you can stay with the house. You can buy the house. You can calculate how much I expend, how much you expend, and try to find the deal. And then we find the deal, and then he left the gym. And I was alone without speak Thai language. So
and how was your English? Like, even if we were to go back when you left Brazil,
my English is bad, still bad. I think so, but
I think it's fine.
It was worse than this at this time, man. It was worse. And I talked to Liu. Liu was the guy who always helped me, man. And I talked to Liu, what you gonna do? And say, I have one Liu and Jack, my best friend.
Yeah.
Say, I have an idea. There is in Bangkok is a Leo, he's a fighter, and his girlfriend, she works in a office there, and she speaks a proper Thai, and her English is really, really good. And she understands about the law here. You should bring these people to help us. And I just talked with Max. Her name is Max Mira, and she accepted the offer straight away. Straight away, she accepted the offer, and she moved to Phuket. And she helped us a lot in the beginning because she understands about the law. She speaks proper Thai. And also her boyfriend, and this time Leo, he also helped us a lot. He also speaks Thai. And man, we go. Yeah, was not easy. It was so difficult.
Anyone looking to open a gym as well, probably, even if you're coming with the business side of it, I mean, you're going to need someone familiar with the law in Thailand, and also
for me, you need some support, and you need support for the Thai people. But we don't have the support in this time. We just go.
Yeah, just to try.
Just
see what
put
happens.
the guys to fight in Patong, to fight in Thai fight, to fight everywhere, to make some money with them, and also the student try to give some quality of train to them, and that's it. Today, like we have the support of all the promoters. We don't need to ask to put the fight. They come to us to ask to put the fight. It's different. But between 2012 and 2021, it's a really long story, man.
How was there like a milestone or a key date in which like kind of you got, because clearly you're on the map now. I mean, there's a lot of Muay Thai gyms on the island that everyone is aware of. You got your Tiger Muay Thai, we got Bang Tao opening,
Yep.
You got AKA, but obviously Phuket, and then we had Top Team as well. But Phuket Fight Club is, you're in the running. You're part of that conversation. I mean, there are a lot of other gyms that are not part of that conversation. So what was that moment when did that happen when your gym kind of became like a very well recognized gym? Was it straight from the beginning or did that take a few years?
No, this take, I think, 3 years was when José Neto get the first belt. My opinion, just my opinion.
And let's talk about that. Which belt though specifically?
He
like,
get a WMC belt. He fights against a really Thai famous guy at this type, and I forget his name. And now he's a trainer in my gym. He just come to be trained in my gym last week. I forget his name. Sorry about that. So they fight in China in a big event for this belt, and then he beat this Thai. It was a really hard fight, and then we start to make more champions. But to be honestly, the K day, it was in 2016. When I come back from a long holiday, I get some personality problems to solve. I've been out of Thailand 1 year and a half. When I come back, I saw the gym was totally fucked up, like a destroyer. But the guys was doing well. The gym was not that well, but the guys is doing well. And I talk with Liu. I say, what should we do? Should we try to find some investor? Should I sell this gym because I don't know? Or should I invest by myself? And he said, boss, I believe you can do something special here. He was the guy who pushed me to do this Phuket Fight Club, even to the new facilities. And I say to him, look, if you're going to do something here, we need to grow more. And do you think we can be something MMA? Or he said, yeah, I believe. And then he pushed me. And then I start to grow more. I start to put more space to training, more weights. The gym become more bigger, only Muay Thai. I invest more money in about the market. I bring more staff. I bring more trainers. And then we start. The key time was 2016, middle of 2016.
Did you, as in transitioning also into MMA, to opening it up to that?
The transition for MMA started end of 2017. I start to design the project. I give the project for the architect in the end of 2018. And then I realize about the land. I try to get the same land with the same owner. And then I did this in 2019. So, but the key was in 2006 because I have a debate about my investment.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things in my head.
You weren't sure, is it working?
That's what I say to you.
Working?
That's the key was in 2016.
But even at that point in time, I mean, were you making a profit or was it kind of just sustainable? And that's kind of why you were making that decision?
Whether it was not make a lot of profit, to be honestly. But I see something in my fighters. They're doing really well, man. They're a bit like a famous Thai guys. I say, man, I need to keep doing this dream. Not only for me, for these guys too.
And your fighters that you're bringing in, because you have some famous fighters as well, with Alicia, and she just had a baby as well. I've been following her, and I think she follows a bunch of our accounts.
Yeah.
How do you go about getting those world-class fighters? What's your process?
This is interesting. I start to look on YouTube how the guys was fighting in Brazil. Because Brazil, they have a lot of events there. And at this time, I find first Julio Lobo. And he's the Ominoy Stadio champion. He's our first Stadio Muay Thai champion. And I talk with Liu, and Liu say, no, he come to train here like 2 months when he was out. He's really. I will talk about him. You should bring this guy. You should help this guy to come to Thailand. And then the first guy who helped to come to Thailand was Julio Lobo. I invested in tickets and everything and big Julio Lobo. And this guy never disappoints, man. Actually, the first guy was Robin. The guy come with 16 years old, but he come when open the gym. But in the K year was Julio Lobo. We bring Julio Lobo straight away in 2016.
And did you bring him from Brazil?
From Brazil. He's from Santos, Brazil.
So he was on the Brazilian circuit doing very well, or was he traveling the world?
He was the number one
yeah.
in his category. He arrived in Thailand in the, I think, middle of 2016 or end of 2016. He trained 1 week and he fight like a 4-man's tournament. And he beat all the guys. Just like after 1 or 2 weeks training, he just get the belt. And I will say, whoa, these guys have something special. He is a Toyota tournament champion, Ominoy Stadium tournament champion. And after Julio Lobo, I start to look for Luis Cajaiba. And then I talked to Leo, also Leo. So I know the guy. I know he's trained in Brazil. He's also one of the guys who would like you to give opportunity and invest in Luis Cajaiba. Also never disappoint. He's a WBC Muay Thai champion. He's one of the only foreigner who has the belt from Thai national champion. It's really hard to get the opportunity to fight.
And those ones you would be fighting more in Bangkok then, right?
They fight more in stadiums like in Bangkok.
Lumpini.
Yeah, exactly. Lumpini. Julio Lobo was, I think, Hank number 2, and Lumpini and Cajaiba something like that too. Both gonna fight in Australia for the WBC in February also. And after then was Alicia. She was a girlfriend of José Neto, our first champion. And Neto started to talk about her. You should look her videos, how she's training, how she's fighting.
And she was quite young at this point too.
She was 19 years old, something like that, when she came. And say, man, she's a machine. I need to bring this girl too. And then I bring Alicia too. Sometimes you have a dope. It's like I'm gonna invest my money.
But now she is a champion in one.
She is a champion in one.
But she's the champion for her weight class of Muay Thai, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Is she transitioning into MMA as well?
I think she wants, but I think, my opinion, we never talk. I think she wants to do more things in Muay Thai until do this transition.
Yeah, because you're watching a lot of these Muay Thai fighters like Stamp Fairtex and Wonder Girl.
Mm-hmm.
They've all transitioned into Muay Thai, and they're from I think they're in Bangkok or
Fairtex. I think so.
Fairtex, yeah. And coming from the business side, and your fighters getting into one or UFC, where are they going to make more money? Are they going to make more money in the Muay Thai ring of one, or do they have a better opportunity to make more on the MMA side, or is the end goal like Bellator or UFC?
About business, MMA. I believe so.
Yeah,
depends. Like if Alicia keep this belt, keep this belt too long, I think she's gonna get more money, of course. But I believe in more in MMA than Muay Thai.
Does ONE FC? Their MMA fighters are getting paid more than, let's say, the kickboxers or the grapplers?
I think so. And even more than Muay Thai. Brandon, Muay Thai is not hard life. It's not for anyone.
Yeah.
Muay Thai, you're training more than MMA first, and you receive so much less than any of these fight sports.
Yeah, you don't go into it for the money. It's more the passion.
No, it's more the passion.
Yeah.
That's why I like these guys in my gym. They have so much passion. Like, it's unbelievable.
Now it's primarily the Brazilians that are at your gym. Are you starting to get more Farangs? Or sorry, let's say living here too long. More like Westerners, like let's say like people from the U.S. or Canada or Europe.
Yeah. I get a really good guy from America now too. Actually, Tucker and Jalil Burns. He's doing really well. I start to get a lot of Westerners. I get Maha from Morocco also. I get Maisha from Germany. I get Paloma from Spain. And these two Americans also. That's some of new guys there that I don't know the name now.
There's so many people.
But that guys that I say, like a Jalil Burns, you're going to hear about them.
When you get a new fighter joining, let's say like Alicia or any young male or female that is very promising, is it your responsibility as the boss and the owner, or do you have a management team that will sit down with these fighters and create some sort of career roadmap? Meaning, hey, you got to train every day, and from here, you're going to get a fight up in Lumpini. If you can win that, maybe we can get you a contract in one. Maybe we can get an Bellator. Do you provide these roadmaps to fighters when they come join the gym?
It's not only about me first.
Yeah.
It's about the trainer. I put so much things in the hand of Leo. He knows better than me what the fighter can do, how much they can grow, and if they really want this. So we discuss between me and him, and about the help. To be honest, I don't like to help nobody when they come to the gym for the first month. I put many good guys to pay. So no, first you pay because you need to give your money must have a value here.
Yeah, you want to see their value and see if they have
I don't like to help straight away.
What do you look for in a fighter? Because, for example, I'll change the question a little bit. If you're bringing a fighter in and you meet them firsthand, what are those like top characteristic traits that you're looking for your ideal fighter? What do they need to possess that you can say that's the person I want? Heart. Yeah.
You know, you don't need to be talent. You don't need to be well, but you must know what you want and you must have heart. I so many guys come to the gym. They have no talent. They don't know how to punch. They don't know how to kick, but they grow so fast. The first example was Jose Neto. When he come to the gym, he don't know how to punch. He don't know how to kick, and he become the first champion. He has 2 or 3 belts in the row. So, but this guy has a lion heart.
But they're putting in they're getting up at 6. They're running the 10K. They're training 3 times a day.
They training 2 times a day. They wake up 5 in the morning, run 10, 12 kilometers. Depends off the fight camp they have. Then they go to the gym. Then they do heavy bags. They do sparring. They do the same training almost every day.
And like you said, it's much more, we say, grueling or taxing or it's punishing on the body than an MMA fighter.
Much more.
Yeah.
Much more.
Just because of very high impact.
Even MMA, you have a different kinds of training every day. So today your head coach is saying, no, today we're going to focus on grappling.
Yeah.
Fine. Today is just the physical condition. Fine. But Muay Thai, no. You're going to run. You're going to kick. You're going to punch. You're going to do sparring. You're going to do this.
Yeah, especially the running aspect. And a lot of MMA fighters, I was listening to a podcast with Valentina Shevchenko. I'm sure you know her.
Of course.
And she said she hates running. She will not do it. But the Muay Thai guys, because me living around here, you have Revolution and Sutai. I mean, you see 6-year-old kids running like 5, 6K 2 times a day, every day. And
6-5K is nothing. The guy, most of the guys in the morning, they run 10 between 12.
Yeah.
Every day.
And they're running extra. And that's just before they even start.
And some Saturday, they get a bonus in the morning. They go to Big Buddha running.
Yeah.
From Shalong.
Hell no. Absolutely
That's
not.
the extra bonus for Saturday.
No.
They say, in the morning, you don't need to kick pads, but to just go to the Big Buddha, right?
Yeah, this one, I've seen them do those hill sprints, and absolutely not. Yeah, I got a little hill here that I test out, but
it's not for me.
No, it's not for me, man. There's no way. I cannot. I got too much weight. It just destroys my knees. Going back to the gym side, and then I want to jump into Magic Paradise and talk about that as well, because getting back to your passion in the events. But just before we jump ahead of that, can you describe, because obviously we are on YouTube, but also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, can you describe Phuket Fight Club in terms of the facility and what you offer and what is there if people were to come visit or join?
Man, for me, no. I have the best gym. I have the best facilities in Thailand. I believe that I have the best facilities. I believe that I have the best Muay Thai coach, Liu. I believe that I have the best BJJ coach. I have 3 black belts. You can search and some other gyms they don't have. I have the best CrossFit coach, Natalie. And I have the best facilities. I have a few apartments. I have ice bath, automatic one. I have a pool. I have the best staff. So I believe that I have the best facility.
Are there any little secret Easter egg amenities that you have that people might not be aware of as well? Something that people would be more surprised? You get to the gym, you're like, I can't believe they have this type of stuff as well.
They're going to be surprised because there's a family. They're going to feel at home. You can ask anyone who trained there, like beginners or fighters. They feel at home. We try to make meetings, even my house sometimes. We do some Brazilians barbecue, try to put the people more next. I try to cook for them. Understand? They're going to feel at home. Understand? And they're going to appreciate the training also. Because the training is going to push them.
Yeah, and that's important too, especially when you're living abroad and being so disconnected from your real family that you kind of create this, a family, a home away from home.
Yeah.
And which is probably, as you're bringing in Brazilians, family is very important in this part of the culture as well.
Yeah.
So to make sure that they're happy and feel secure, it's probably, I'm assuming, very important to you as well.
Yeah. For me, it's really important that they feel that they have some support.
Yeah.
They are not alone here.
Now, and then we'll move on to the Magic Paradise. Now, as a sponsored fighter, you're explaining you got to come in, you got to prove yourself. And I don't want to get into the business numbers or anything that. But what does that mean when a gym takes on a sponsored fighter? What type of stuff do you offer them? What is their responsibility? How does that relationship work without obviously getting too detailed?
It's really easy, to be honestly. I don't sponsor too much fighters. I only sponsor training.
Okay.
You go by yourself. I have 3 fighters who I sponsor. I help with them house here.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to tell the names.
Yeah.
It's the main fighters of the gym.
Yep.
But I'm here to help them. Like when they need to do some visa, student visa, when they need something, they know. But actually, I just sponsor for training. So you have your training for free, and you have your facilities for free. You can use the pool, you can use the sauna, you can use the CrossFit to make your physical condition. If you want to jump to MMA, you can go there and train BJJ. You can get some gears at the shop also, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think that's most of the gyms are doing something similar. I think it's for any listeners, anyone out there that they don't understand that dynamic, because they might not even understand what does that mean as a sponsored fighter, especially let's say you're a kid in Canada and looking to come train Muay Thai. Well, there's these opportunities here as well in case you don't have the money. Maybe you just work your ass off and get a sponsorship.
I think if you work your ass off, as you say, you're going to get something.
Yeah.
From the gym, from some nutrition company or some shop company, some brand. They're going to see you.
Yeah, you got to hustle and you pick it up along the way. Yeah. Okay, so let's transition into Magic Paradise. Just take it from the beginning. How did this come together? I'll kind of leave the question there and keep it open-ended.
Man, the idea, it's funny. You have one here before, the owner of City Panawan, and he's doing Circo Loco. Yeah. I have the idea in his party. Actually, I was partying there in a Circo Loco, the last Circo Loco, and I was talking with my friends. And a friend of mine, he's the DJ here, and said, "Man, I wanna do one party here." But the idea of Magic Paradise is supposed to be just a live. So the Instagram's the name is Magic Paradise Live. I wanna just do like a record or just some live. It was not supposed to be like become this big party. And then the first party we did just a live. I invite a few people by mail. I give some wristbands. I didn't open the gates to anyone to come, just invitation. And then the friends say, you should do more. I say, yeah. And a guy who was helping me, Moose, was a really good guy. He helped me a lot on this party. And he say, look, we should get some connection with maybe Kudo. He was working for Illusion before. Has a good relation with Kudo. Maybe Catch Beach Club. I say, why not Café Del Mar? And we're supposed to do the second one in a Cat Beach Club, but something happened. It was an election in this time and this date. And then we went to Café Del Mar, who opened the doors for us. It was really nice.
Now was that the big party that led
we did 3 parts. We did one that was for invitation, was not in Café Del Mar, was at the View Condo. And then we did 3 parties in Café Del Mar, was really successful. It was really crazy. The last one we don't bring because the international artist was here, Richard Ahmed and Waf was here already to play, and the party didn't happen. And then we bring them to play for Magic Paradise. But I mean, like we have a luck because Café Del Mar opened the doors for us. Mm-hmm. Like Gregor, like one of the shareholders there, he was really friendly. The old manager there also, Bruce, he was like a really friendly. And we did these 3 parties there. We are supposed to do 1 party per month. And the last one was in March. And then become all this crazy COVID situation. But we did January, we did February, and then we did March.
Yeah, so that was the big one in the news, and we can cut this if you don't want, but that kind of, are we allowed to talk about that or no?
Can talk about.
Okay. Yeah, so it's everyone that was in Phuket, or even pretty much all of Thailand, heard what happened, and there was this.
But was not my part. I'm gonna cut you.
Okay, that's why I say you need to cut me, because I think I'm.
Was the party who the guys from Bangkok? They are my friends.
Okay.
They promote after my party.
Got you.
And again, a lot of people from Bangkok, because the party is from Bangkok.
Yes.
The party is from Bangkok. And it's quite famous. They have a 97
That's
between
the
9
Color
years.
Festival.
Color.
It's not the
Okay.
same one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Understood.
So they promote the party. The party was nice. I didn't went to the party. I was busy. Organized my
I didn't go
things,
either.
So I get free COVID.
Same.
Actually.
I was like, I don't know.
So, but yeah. Unfortunately, have this situation.
And what about, are you planning to get another Magic Paradise event happening?
Yeah, I'm planning. Café do Mar actually has pushed me every day to go there to meet.
Okay.
But man, I'm going to Brazil next week. And I want to do 1 Magic Paradise. And I want to do something big here. I can talk about.
What do you mean big?
I don't know if you know the brand Solid Grooves.
Solid Grooves.
Yeah, I wanna make Solid Grooves here from England. So for me right now, they have the best music and the best DJs too. I'm sorry the other guys, but I'm pretty in contact with them. So I wanna do something like a Magic Paradise present Solid Grooves. I wanna do something really big. But for April, March, or even later. But I'm planning to do Magic Paradise maybe February, end of February on Magic Paradise.
And both would be happening probably at Café Del Mar.
Not sure about Solid Grooves. Magic Paradise probably. And Solid Grooves also in Bangkok.
Okay. 1
in Bangkok and 1 in Phuket.
I've always wondered, you get these festivals, like the Fruit Festival up in, I forget the name of it.
I've never been there.
I haven't been as well, but I mean, how come this can't work? I mean, I know Juan is kind of doing his Circo Loco up at Baba, which there's more space, and it does have that festival vibe.
Juan is the man. He has his hotel, and he has the space to do the party.
That's
there.
the thing. He has the space.
For him, he has everything to do, and he has the good contact with Antonio from Circo Loco, and he has the space and he has the hotel, so he can put the DJs there, and he can do the party.
Do you see that as a possibility happening on the island of Phuket? Are there any locations that could cater to like a festival style?
I'm looking for that location. Actually, I sent message to one, so you should help me. I said, but I have my own party and I have everything. I still asking here to help.
They have one location up in Lian, but it's a bit tricky to find, and you have to go back there. It's like these dirt biking tracks, and usually the Thais, like, because I used to live up there, and the Thais will do kind of big food festivals there, but the ground is massive.
I was looking. Do you know where is a Paradise Beach before?
Yes.
I was maybe to do there.
But the problem with Paradise Beach is it's a nightmare getting in and out.
Yeah.
Because when you want to go in, it could take 20 minutes. And when you want to leave, now you
need the tuk-tuk to bring you.
I went once and I had a party there, and I'm like, I'm never going back.
You have to go down by tuk-tuk.
Yeah. So it kind of it's like you want to go home, and then it's like, it's just not so simple. Yeah. And then they got to bring you into Batong and this.
Yeah, like my party, I like to do day party because the style of Magic Paradise is sunset party. And I don't know. I think there is a good location because it's a front of the beach. It's like Café do Mar.
The location.
Café do Mar always I get the best sunset.
Yeah.
If you take a look on the Magic Paradise videos, you're gonna see the best sunset in your life. The best, like a good music and beautiful people and the best sunset.
To change a little bit of the directions and more about you, you're wearing many hats. You're constantly traveling as well for work, and you were discussing about doing some CBD business as well.
I just invest right now.
Just investing. What else can you take on your plate? I mean, is there a point where would you be too overloaded? Do you have future plans for things outside of Phuket Fight Club and Magic Paradise? Is there anything else?
I have a transportation company in Brazil. I have a transportation company. We got a lot of trucks, transportation rice, soil, and corn, in Brazil. And I'm looking something in California with my friends there too. After Brazil, I'm supposed to go to California. And let's see, I just try to smell opportunities. If you tell me this plant can get some, we can get something with this plant behind of you, I say, why not, Brandon?
Let's give it a go.
Let's try.
Is there a certain? Let's walk through your daily schedule so people can understand. Especially, I think this is interesting for anyone that wants to be an entrepreneur, and is it for them? Maybe that Muay Thai ethic and that heart also applies to you. I mean, are you a guy, you up at 6 a.m, you're going to bed at 2 p.m? Like, what is your daily routine?
I go to the bed, here in Phuket, I go to the bed 2 a.m. almost, here in Phuket. Because I have to be in touch with Brazil, work. I have to be in touch in Europe, work too. So I go to the bed 2 a.m. and then usually to wake up 8 in the morning. And I get the time and drink my coffee. I have to take care of my dogs. As my patient, I have 2 dogs.
Yep.
So I take care of my dogs, and I went to the gym almost every day, like at 9:30, 10 a.m.
And you keep this is consistent.
Here in Phuket, that's my life. I went to the bed 2 a.m., wake up between 8:30, went to the gym 10 a.m., 1 p.m. I train at the CrossFit area. I do my sauna, went to house again, check some mails. I have a cousin in Brazil, like we invest in Bitcoins as well, but he take care more. He's a day trading. I'm not day trader. At least I don't have time to be a day trading. So I talk with my guys. I back to the gym sometimes, 5 p.m. I take a look on the Muay Thai training because it's my patient. I don't take a look so much on the CrossFit and MMA. My patient is the Muay Thai guys. I take a look a little bit. I went to the office again. I talk with my manager, compare. And we see what's the new, what's the problems to solve. And I went back home. I play some music. I have my equipment there. I play some music. I cook some food because I like to cook too. And that's my life in Thailand. Yeah, Thailand life.
I think most people are quite similar as well.
Yeah, that's a Thailand life. And I love this life.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, you need to keep busy because Phuket can be quite boring, but there is a lot to do. There is a lot to do, but you have to stay busy.
But I'm not the guy who go to the beach often.
Yeah, same.
I go to see I'm sunset lover. So I go to see the sunset.
I
went there. I see the sunset. I saw the sunset. Then I went back home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, me too. I can't. I don't know. I can't lay on the beach and just lay there. I get too bored. I need to move.
My friend Phil, he said I have to go more to the beach to get more vitamin D. I stay 1 hour in the sun. I say sorry. I can't. I prefer to take some pills, vitamin D too.
It's enough.
D3. Yeah, I can't stay in the beach so long.
Yeah, what is it about Thailand that you love? Like. I mean, everybody has their own thing, but what is it for you?
For me, is the safety life, the first thing, the safety life. But the Thailand for me is more Phuket. I love Bangkok. I love the nightlife from Bangkok. But for me, Phuket, it's much more easy. So you need something you have easy. You have a good supermarket here. You can buy good food to prepare in your home. You have a good restaurant as well. The food is not expensive. And you have good people around here. You don't have like bad people. The people here is not rushing all the time like Bangkok. And yeah.
That's very Maiban and I. Yeah. Very laid back. Very easy as well.
I like the life in Shalong. It's like it's a kind of healthy life and people is more easy people there. And I never been so much in here than in Surin and Bantao, just to restaurants. I don't know how is the life here.
Yeah, it's very laid back, very simple. I mean, I think the whole island's quite. It's just people don't understand how big Phuket is.
Yeah.
I mean, for Surin down to let's say Chalong, it's at least 45 minutes, and that's without traffic, right? And so people forget about the size of this island.
Yeah.
I mean, even to get down to Naiharn from here is about almost an hour.
Phuket remember me so much, Florianopolis. You been the south of Brazil?
No. I've never been to Brazil.
Remember a lot. A lot. I just have the
the
Brazilian.
I just had a
the
taste.
Brazilian hot girl.
Just a taste. Yeah, no. Oh my God! Oh, maybe she's listening to this. Uh-oh. Hello,
Yeah.
Polly.
Let's send the link to her.
Yeah, I will. I will. Sorry, what? Okay. Yeah, you threw me off guard there. Yeah, coming from Brazil, and again, I had a Brazilian girlfriend, and there's a lot of Brazilian food that you must miss. What are you missing out on?
I make
You're able to like.
I make everything at home.
Pão de queijo.
I make pão de queijo at home. Actually, you can buy pão de queijo.
Really?
The flour thing. You just have to
here.
mix the eggs. Yeah, you can buy it at the Villa Market.
So all the Brazilians at Villa Market, pretty much any of the Villa markets,
you
can buy
it. Like, and you can make by yourself.
But a lot of the are you a cheese fan?
I like cheese.
Yeah.
I
Some
like
of
cheese.
what is this cheese they do with and then it's kind of like a burnt cheese. I forget the name of it. This one is it will come to me later. Anyways. But also
I miss my mom food.
Okay.
I miss my mom food. A few things in Brazil, like I miss
Farofa.
Always when come fighters here, I say, so you have to reserve a place in your bag, and I bring farofa. You have to bring this, doce de leche, and that. Some kind of chocolates from Brazil too.
Because some of this stuff you cannot get.
No, like a farofa.
Yeah, this no.
Get.
Okay. Yeah, it's and I'm assuming there's Brazilian barbecue in Phuket. I heard there was a place. I've never been though.
I've never been to.
No.
I've been only in Bangkok. They have two places there in Bangkok. It's a good one. It's not bad. They make everything. They have pão de queijo. They have steaks. They have the feijoada. It's the black beans.
Yes.
Yeah. They have almost everything. But the Brazilian food is too like big, because like we change in different state. And in my state, as I say to you, I come from the middle of Brazil. We have a lot of products from the corn. Also, we have a different style of the food. Of course, barbecue, you're gonna find churrasco. You're gonna find everywhere. In the north of Brazil, they change also. They change the spice that they put on the food. They make some duck's spice. It's different, tasty. You go to the northeast of Brazil, also change the food. So it's very complex food.
Do you see yourself living in Brazil again at some point in your life, or is it kind of just a place you go to visit and stay at home? What is your ideal life for yourself?
Right now, no. I have this thing in California to discuss with my friends. It's about CBD too, and to legalize some company there about the weed and about everything. It's something that it's not time to talk right now. It's a filter the project. And but I don't see myself in Brazil right now. Many of my friends ask me, why did you not open one Phuket Fight Club in Brazil? Why did you not open this in Brazil? I can open something in Brazil when they legalize about the weed, because I have a good friends in my back who can do something with me, like some expert guys, but they are still in the process about the legalization. The medicine now is still working. It's working well. My mom started to get CBD as well there in Brazil, and when they open for this medicinal cannabis, maybe I can open something. But I don't see myself living in Brazil right now.
Yeah, and especially with Thailand legalizing it, do you see any opportunity there as well, or is it still too early?
I can see, but what I can see too is the big companies is already here.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you are inside of this business, but what I hear is the big companies are already here. Maybe it's not too early, but maybe it's too late. To be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I had some cannabis experts come on. Actually, your manager.
Yeah, I know him.
Boyfriend Nico came on.
Yeah, Nico's
he's
guy.
a very, very smart guy, and they were just kind of explaining what was going on with that.
He's the guy who wants to help me in Brazil if something happened there.
Well, at least that's the guy that he has the right information and he knows what the hell he's talking about. He's on another level.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, I don't know where I see the cannabis industry going in Thailand. I feel like it's still going to be even if you are a foreigner investing, it's still going to be very Thai owned.
I think you must have some Thai people who you can trust first, and that Thai people must be really involved there. I'm not seeing the government give a good opportunity for foreigners.
Yeah.
Medium, like I'm talking about like a small business. I'm not see. I'm talking by myself. I'm not saying this.
Yeah, I think it'll be more being a middleman, and you'll be responsible for bringing the product to the client instead of being kind of heavy on the manufacturing side.
like,
I don't see that side happening.
Yeah, me
And then
too.
that's where the money's made. You don't want who wants to be a middleman?
I have the same opinion.
Yeah, I think so. If anyone was looking to start up a gym from the beginning, let's say a Muay Thai gym specifically, do you have any lessons learned that, you know, if you went back and started again, that you would have done differently?
I have never let your business so long time in the hand of somebody.
And is that specifically talking about the time when you said you left for about a year and a half and came back and just saw?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not talking that the people did shit in my gym, but they not control as you gonna control. You can be far. Like I was traveling for 7 months now, but I was in touch every day, more than 2 times per day with my staff, and really in touch. I seen the comers. I have my application. I seen the comers, how the trainer was doing, and everything. But I'm here. If I gonna go out, I'm gonna be back in a few months again. I'm never gonna be like a 1 year out.
Yeah, it's it's always hard when you bring people into like a new business, and maybe this is my experience as well. Not just from this, but for other business. I do electronics manufacturing.
That's why I don't have shareholder.
But that's the thing. Unless these people have a large piece of equity, which most entrepreneurs don't want to give away, it's hard for them to be incentivized to put their heart into it.
It's not their baby.
Exactly. It's not their baby, right?
Yeah.
So that's where it can get a bit tricky, and it's you learn that along.
They don't have the motivation that we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Even when they think is worse, we're gonna find the motivation to keep going. They're not. They just wanna receive their salary at the end of the month.
What is your motivation? Like, I know it's a stupid question. Like,
no, it's not.
Meaning like what gets you up in the morning? But I mean, what motivates you to continue to work so hard and push so hard?
I mean, about my gym, it's
beyond the gym, like so, and beyond the money, like forget about like the profit side, like your motivation to push that, you know, that baby into an adult, or what motivates you to on any type of business that you take on?
I like to see the project grow up, and I realize that it's like with the Magic Paradise. We grew it from nothing. Now it's too big. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
it's the same with the gym. For the gym, just because I realized that I changed the life of the people, and this motivates me a lot. It's not about money anymore. Like, if I stop right now doing business, I'm fine. To be honest, I can survive with the money I have. It's fine. But when you change, with any help, when you change the life of the people, then that's the motivation. That's the point.
Yeah, and you can actually see it firsthand.
Like when you realize, like when somebody come to you, say, "Hey, thank you. I just give the train for somebody. That's not so much. The guy come and shake your hand and say, thank you. You helped me to change my life. That's a kind of motivation. When you dream together with something and then you get this done, and that's the motivation. And about everything too, some trading, everything. I'm a lucky guy. I have a lot of people around me who help me a lot.
If you were not doing involved in the Phuket side of, let's say, Muay Thai and your gym, or even involved in any of these other businesses, what is kind of like your I don't want to say your dream, but what would you be doing? Would it be maybe going back to football or futsal? Is there something else you would be doing if you weren't doing this?
So I think supposed to be in Brazil and doing what my sister and my brother-in-law is doing. They produce soy. They're big there, big farmers there, and they have the transportation company as well. Maybe I will get my money from my father. And
but would there be passion there? Because also, like,
I don't know if I'm gonna be passionate.
My
maybe
father,
I don't know. Maybe because it's something also that you grow. Understand? Yeah. And in the end, you're gonna realize.
But you have to wake up in the morning and you want to make it grow.
You have to wake up in the morning. You have to do everything.
Like my father owns a government office furniture company in Canada, and like from day one, I'm like, there's not a chance I'm waking up every morning and looking at office furniture. Like there's just, like, so I could have gone down that road, but no, there's no passion behind that project. So it's always interesting to hear from another entrepreneur, like what would drive them, what would they do differently, and in that sense as well.
I think I will try to support my sister business because she's really smart in what she's doing, and my brother-in-law too. I think I will be there doing this, or will be in like a promote parties as well there, something like. I will do something.
Yeah. What do you see for the future of Thailand, specifically for Muay Thai and the gym side? Is it going to keep growing and exploding in Phuket, or is kind of the market established now?
I think for this answer, to be honest, we have to think about Thailand COVID, Thailand without COVID. I can't give the answer for you because this up and down, close, open, close. When I close the gym, they close the event as well. The fighters get fucked.
Yeah.
So they have no money. It's gonna be hard to answer this question for you about the Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Because the Muay Thai, like, it's open now, but it's not that open for the public. It's I don't know if you know, they bring 2 shows from Bangkok to Phuket right now. To
well,
Patong.
one of your fighters,
they're fighting almost every weekend.
That was in Bangkok though, right?
Yeah, this is a show from Channel 8.
Yeah.
They bring to Patong because here's a big promoter, Pinot Noy. He talk with the promoters that they bring the show here because here is like less COVID case than Bangkok.
But the public can't go.
But the pub can go. I can go because I'm owner of the gym. If you want to go, you have to get some like a media credential or something like that to go. It's not that open.
Have you heard of this opening or coming back, or is it still who knows?
I heard something about Lumpini is going to coming back and Hajjadar Man is going to coming back because one of my fighters is supposed to fight on this stadium. And for the next month. Let's cross fingers and...
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I would go to the Muay Thai fights in Patong. I mean, there's always something, even if you weren't going out and partying, I sometimes go down on a Tuesday night and just go for the fights, have maybe a couple beers and go home. Yeah. I was a great time, and you didn't need to go out to Bangalore after and get crazy. But it was still something to do, no different than going to the movie theater, just something different.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing in Phuket. Some of these things we've lost because of the current situation as well.
We lost a lot of things.
How did that, are you able to talk about that? Not obviously, no numbers, nothing like that, but how did that affect your gym? Because however your story or you replied to this, every gym, I'm assuming in Phuket, felt the same pain.
Exactly. I talked something with my staffs, not with Leo and with Compare. That's my manager. I think I gonna keep this. We get in the head, but I believe who gonna survive in this moment, we're gonna get something really big when all this crazy situation stop. That's why I put by myself. I try to keep the business work. Now it's okay. Now it's good again. And if you go to my gym, you're gonna see like a full of people in Muay Thai. I just bring one more trainer because there's a lot of people. I have a lot of bookings for the apartments too, and I believe it's going well. But we have some crazy moments and beginning of the year and the last year. The end of the last year was like a hard.
Yeah, because you just did that investment in terms of the development, and then just.
Man, I started to build. It was not a half of the building, and then bang, COVID come.
Yeah,
and then I told, should I stop this? So no, I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, because when the doors open, it's going to flood. I think what will happen here, if things like get fixed completely, I think it still could take another year as long as things don't get worse. You'll see a surge in Thailand similar to like what happened after the tsunami. Like just because of all these problems, from those problems, things grow, they develop, they get better, and people adapt. I truly believe, especially Phuket, things will grow exponentially. And people will start to realize that maybe Canada or US or your home country isn't the safest place to be, and you have these magical paradises.
Exactly. I believe the same. I believe like after I wanna see after February. I bet my money for February
To see what happens.
to see what happen. If they not get crazy with this up and down to close, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, if we can get through after February, if they can get and they don't, take in, let's call it the high season tourists, and they continue to let it go as it is, you'll be fine. Because I don't think you're not going to get the Chinese this year.
But you have to take a look for Europe now. Europe is shutting down some things.
Yeah.
I have apartment in Holland, and I see about the restrictions. Like we can't training after 5 p.m. The bars shut down like at 6 p.m. So these people,
they'll come here.
Will come here.
Yeah.
The French people, the Dutch people, the German people, they will come here.
Yeah. And that's the beauty about Thailand as well. Like I was talking to Juan Isser about this. The prices make sense in terms of like it's not Greece, meaning you're not paying 2 times the price. I mean, if you want to be, let's call it like a Muay Thai fighter on a budget, you can survive off pretty much pennies here if you really, really want. If you ate like a Thai person every day and you stayed in a simple accommodation, you don't need that much money to survive easily a year.
Yeah, the Muay Thai fighter, actually, they live like a Thai people here. They eat the same food. Depends of the Muay Thai fighter, because I saw someone, they really like patong too. They like to party. Depends of what they want. They want to come here to just train and enjoy life. It's different. But if they want to be a fighter, and then they have to be like a Thai fighter, and they're gonna survive easy.
Yeah, and then you see your the people training around you as well, and they want to have that lifestyle. And a lot of people come to Thailand for the real authentic Thai experience.
I think some of the guys, they come with this dream. I want to be the fighter. Want to eat like a Thai fighter, but when past like 6 months in Thailand, say, but should I go to this party too? And then they meet some girls, and then they drink, and they say, but maybe I can have both. But
no, you cannot.
Brother, you can't have both life.
No, that's
you can enjoy after fight, like I have a few beers with your girlfriend or with your friends, but Monday you have to wake up and start to do the same thing.
Yeah, and you can't put your body through that. They need to be so focused. It's the Muay Thai life, it's definitely on another level, and it's a lifestyle. It's a complete lifestyle.
It's another word. Yeah. It's another word.
Okay, well, we're probably getting close to an hour and a half now. I thought we were. But so what I wanted to do is usually with our guests, to allow them to kind of plug what they're doing and give all that information on like where can they find you, where can they find Magic Paradise, Phuket Fight Club, all that social media information that we can plug in. I'll shoot it over. I won't put you on the spot yet, but I'll shoot it over to this camera. We'll cut to you and just tell them exactly where they can find Phuket Fight Club, maybe what's coming up, and just some information on the social handles and all that stuff.
They can find Phuket Fight Club on Instagram. Phuket Fight Club is the Instagram. On Facebook as well. We had you can search on Google Muay Thai Phuket Fight Club. You're gonna see all the pictures from facility. And Magic Paradise is Magic Paradise Live. Magic Paradise Live.
And that's Instagram.
On Instagram.
And so Facebook
as well.
So follow that just so you can stay tuned for like any upcoming parties and what's going on. Exactly. And then anyone looking to contact your gym, is it best to go through the website or through social media?
Both.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
And
the website is thepuketfightclub.com.
Okay, awesome. Cut back to me. We're getting better at this now. Here we go. So that wraps up another episode. Next week, we're a few episodes ahead, so I'm not sure when this one will be posted, maybe in 2 weeks. Next week, we're going to be bringing on an interesting guest. It is my ex-girlfriend's son. He's coming in from the UK. He's at boarding school. Shout out to Oliver Judge. We'll be filming him next week. He's a great kid. He's going to have some amazing stories. So if you're watching that this week, that episode will come out next. And stay tuned. I don't know how to end these things. Just subscribe, like, do all that stuff. And thank you.